After 5 months of fighting that has taken over 2,500 lives, the ceasefire was declared beginning late Friday. The leader of the self-proclaimed Luhansk People's Republic said the separatists were not giving up their fight for independence.
This ceasefire doesn't mean that our course that we are preparing, that our course to in some way secede, is over. No, this is a measure taken in order to prevent further bloodshed among the people.
The ceasefire deal lists 12 points of agreement, including the withdrawal of troops, a prisoner exchange, and the deployment of international monitors. Speaking from the NATO summit in Britain, Ukraine's President Petro Poroshenko hailed the deal as the beginning of a peace process.
We are ready to provide the significant steps, including the decentralization of power, including the speciality and the certain districts of the Donetsk and Lugansk region for the economic freedom, guaranteed the rights for use any languages on this territory, and defend the cultural tradition.
Even as the envoys in Belarus debated the ceasefire, fighting raged on the outskirts of Mariupol in southeastern Ukraine Friday. The West accuses Russia of sending arms and troops to support the rebels, a charge Moscow denies. Separatists have made significant territorial gains in recent days. Ukrainian forces feared an assault on the city.
Mariupol is a strategic point. If we lose it, then we could lose the entire coastline, the whole of the south of Ukraine. After Mariupol, it will be the turn of Mykolaiv, Odessa, and Transnistria. They will go right up the border of Western Europe.
NATO also fears such a scenario. European leaders say they are finalizing further sanctions against Russia, which may be lifted if the ceasefire agreement is implemented. But one big question hangs over the ceasefire agreement, says Orysia Lutsevich of London-based policy institute Chatham House.
What would be the role of Russian troops on the ground? Are they withdrawing, or perhaps President Putin is planning to reformat it in some kind of a peacekeeping operation?
Lutsevich says deciphering Moscow's game plan is difficult.
Perhaps President Putin has already achieved this goal, is to create a weak neighbor, Ukraine, to prevent its integration towards the West by establishing a frozen conflict in the Donbas region.
A long-term political settlement still appears a long way off. Kiev says Ukraine's territorial integrity is not up for discussion. The rebels say they will continue to demand independence. Analysts say that while those differences persist, the ceasefire will remain fragile. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.